It's been hectic, yo. Yeah,
Can
singathi
imagine.
zona ama-Easter.
All right.
Yeah, but on your side,
No, same old, buddy.
uh, okay. All right. Were you like away or around?
I was in Stenga, Bekujula, my relatives in Stenga this whole weekend.
Okay.
Gogo, Malume, Nomshana. They are late,
Oh, okay.
so we memorial service.
Okay.
Oh, we unveiling. Sorry, man. Sorry. We unveiling.
Okay. Get it. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. No, that's good. That's good. As long as you're with family, I'm always happy because a lot of time, I've realized a lot of people spend, especially in the industry of trading. We always thinking about the next dollar. You know, and we
Yeah.
forget the fundamentals. Which actually, why do we do what we do? Yabo? And those things that are fundamental, which is core, family, and ukuba khona in such events and ceremonies is very important, yabo, especially the more cooler, yabo. Hey, hey, because I see a lot of people in our industry, hey, benza izinto for not for I cannot say for the industry, but for just for unnecessary attention. Yeah,
Or
well,
am I likes?
yeah, for my likes and all this in
Fame,
social media.
popularity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're with family, it's always good. But now this week, so how is this the first quarter in terms of trading? What instrument have you been focusing on in this quarter?
You. On my side, it's been mostly the JPYs. We've been having a good relationships with the JPYs.
Okay, so you've been focusing on the yens.
Uh, uh, yeah, and the
Mm.
ends. With gold, as much as I would know where it's going, but the minute just that slight reverses, it puts me off and it puts me in a difficult position. So I've sort of taken a few steps back on gold. I know what's going to happen, but the problem is that maybe I'll just be an hour early, and that hour early, it goes back 100 pips, then everything
Oh,
goes
I see.
haywire. Yeah.
Based on the lot size.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to wait for a couple of more minutes, but I see we don't have traders joining in. So what I'm thinking of, maybe we can have an in-depth look in terms of the pair you've been watching. Obviously, I think that today we had PMIs, which is basically just about manufacturing, just those news regarding manufacturing. So the more when you get a greater number on PMI, it means that country, for example, in USA, if the number is more likely above 50 or greater, it's more likely it means that the manufacturing industry is growing. Okay, I think this is what Trump has been fighting for, is that more
Okay.
companies they invest to manufacture their products in America.
Mhm.
And it's what also
Okay.
China has been fighting, that they basically want to manufacture a lot of products, or they want to be the main country that focuses on manufacturing. So, but let's look at the yen. Okay, so which yen currency are you looking at? JPY, USD, JPY, NZD, JPY,
Looking at Audi JPY mostly.
Audi, JPY. Okay. The nice thing about Audi,
Audi
JPY
JPY, yeah.
is also, if you understand correlation, it also moves along with, look at this pair, okay? I want you to look at this pair. And what we're going to do is we're also going to look at the way the indices are moving, okay? Look at this
Yes.
pattern, okay? Look at this pattern. And then we're going to look at the indices. Can you see? This is a 4-hour chart, okay? So from here, for the push to the upside. Okay, let's first look at the weekly. Weekly, what happened? Because as a midweek, so we mainly want to focus on the charts and then we touch on a few things, okay? So this was a flip zone, basically, okay? So let's look at the flip zone. So in terms of the weekly, after the market has moved from this level, it came back, retest, moved back up, and then come back, retest, and then made a low, which is almost at that level of this flip zone. So the market broke above this level, came back, retest, okay? So if you're looking at this pattern, this is weekly, okay? Then let's go to daily. It's not
Yeah.
clear on daily, but you can zoom out just to show the pattern. So that is a zone, okay, on daily. Let's look at the 4-hour. So let's just zoom in a bit on 4 hours. Okay, maybe we need to remove this. Okay. All right. So after a certain drop, I think last week we were focusing on the Fibonacci, and we said this was a drop. Okay. So after a drop, we saw a bit of a pushback. So from those pushback, what we do is, let me just zoom in a bit. So we take the Fibonacci from the high towards this low. Let's take it towards that low. So we can see now that basically where the chart is right now is roughly round about the 50 and the 60 level, okay? So if you look above that level, you can see this is where there was a big base, a very important base, okay? Okay, he's gonna join in. There was a very important base here. So from that base, this base here, okay? Can you see? So this base, okay?
Can see that.
Okay. I want you to watch the Audjpy, the way it is, the pattern. So from this base, there was a first drop, second drop, and then that drop, that bigger drop. And then after that, obviously, the market started reversing. And obviously, we said before on the Fibonacci, after that drop, you look at the 11, the 5, those are key level. So that's the level basically where you're more likely to see something like a head and shoulder or a QML or a triple top or a triple bottom or a triple top, okay? So that is where you're looking for a demand. When the price start moving towards the 50 and the 61 level, what you're more likely to see is like something like a bigger M. Okay, so the market will form a bigger M. So a bigger M, you can call it a big double top, okay? So the market will do this. So if it has formed this pattern, what it will do is you'll see just above here, that base. Why that base? Because there are some traders who've got their stop losses just above these levels, okay? So they want to stop them out. So what they will do is they will move just above that level. So just above, which is that level. Okay, I think I have too many lines, but I just want you to know this. This is just above the 50, and this is 60 and 51 level of the Fibonacci, okay? So above it, there is a base. There's a reason why this base is just above that level, because a lot of traders will put their stop losses around here. Okay, let me just remove this and just mark. I'm going to remove the Fibonacci and I mark that level of 1560. So you can see in between here, chances are a lot of traders, they've got their stop losses just above here. Okay, so to collect liquidity, bank traders will move to that base. Okay, so we'll move to that base and then make a drop. Okay, why? Because a lot of traders have got their sell position around here, because there was this first touch, second touch, and also because this is 1560 level in the Fibonacci. Okay, so if you're looking at that, also you can see there that is basically another level of support, and the price came back, failed, and came back here, and it broke below, and that's a very critical level in terms of a base. So more likely it's gonna come to that zone. So let me just check how many pips. From there to there is close to 170 pips. Okay, so I want you to watch this pattern. Just watch the pattern or the formation that is here on the Audjpy. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight into the indices from the USA, and I want you to watch. Okay, let me first remove everything so it can be clear what we are talking about. Okay, this is Audjpy. Okay, watch. And you can make a lot of money once you've mastered this pattern. Okay, so even before that drop, you can see there's a doji, and if you can, just move this around. So those here, these are your resistance level. So you've got traders with their stop losses above here. So the market is more likely to fake out and then make a drop. Possible, these are your levels. I think as we've marked according to the Fibonacci level. So these are the levels of your demand. You can see that I'm strictly marking the engulfing. So the bullish engulfing and the bearish engulfing is your question. I like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. You can, you can unmute and just, yeah, and just, make a comment. You can, oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Okay. No, EMAs are good. Are good for confirmation. It's just that obviously sometimes when the price start moving towards these levels, let's see, when you change it to one of the templates, wanna see. Oh, there's a lot of traffic. Okay, let's see another one. Okay, let's use this one. All right. So I think this is one of the EMAs. Let me mark these levels. See, yeah, because I wanted to show you the point. So chances are that's gonna be the EMA that you are looking at. Okay, but me personally, sometimes sometimes you lose, sometimes you miss a trade, or you get on a trade late because you're waiting for the confirmation with the EMAs. But if that is basically working out perfectly on your side, that's perfect. Okay, because what is important is find a system that works perfectly for you. Okay. Okay. So as I think I said, we're gonna look at after looking at this, I think we spoke about checking out what's happening on indices. Okay. Evening, Babumieni. Hey, welcome back. I know the schedule of the weekend we coming from, which was also hectic on your side. Okay.
Thank you,
So
sir. Thank you.
yes. So we've got this drop and we've got this base, and then obviously this further big drop. Okay. Okay. So we okay. So after this potential fake outs, so this is what I'm expecting from here, and that. Okay. Let me just show you in terms of the okay. I wanted to demonstrate something regarding Audjpy and the indices. Okay, something that can be useful. Look at the formation of this pair. Look how it looks. So this is the same thing. This drop is almost similar to that. So even this pair, so from here, chances are, even if we're looking at this here, it's the same, similar to Audjpy, even this here. I'm gonna map these levels, and that reaction from there, you're gonna take it from there, because the market basically, as you can see here, there is a gap. There is this gap here. Okay, so okay, so we're gonna take that from that level. Okay, so do you notice any similarities between Audjpy and US30? Do you notice anything similar in terms of the formation of the charts, the way it's moving, especially this zone that we highlighted on Audi, this area here? Do you notice anything that is similar to the Audjpy? Okay. 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 Because I've noticed this thing for some time, and we're gonna look at another one. Okay. Let's go to US tech. Okay. Can you see similar pattern? It's okay. This pattern from this drop towards here. Even this candle, this bullish candle, even this bullish candle. So my expectation on this from that, obviously they need to close a gap. So that's the level. So from this level, and obviously there is that bearish engulfing there. So if you mark that bearish engulfing, you mark that zone. Okay, and let's just draw that. So the market needs to close just above to collect liquidity. First, they need to close the gap, closing the gap, and then moving into that area, closing above before all that drop, and then that big move to the upside. I think there's been a lot of talks that the Fed will definitely cut rates very soon, just to promote spending, you know. So if that happens, more likely dollar will be very bullish. No, not bullish. The indices will be bullish. The dollar obviously will be a huge drop, and gold obviously will be very bullish. Okay. So I'm expecting that around this area, the market will definitely, as you can see here, a lot of traders have got their stop losses around this area. So chances are the market is going to react and drop, close this gap, come back to this zone here, and then go to the upside just above this zone. So this area is going to be like your fake outs, okay? Because there is a lot of liquidity around here. When I say liquidity, I'm talking about orders, okay? Another thing that I wanted to that you note, obviously, is the fact that this pattern is almost similar to that of Audjpy, okay? And if you look at DEX, okay, first let's go back to Audjpy so that we can just monitor, maybe just to confirm if we see the same thing that is similar. Okay, it's almost similar. Like I said, this candle, you can see there was this bullish candle. Okay, now this is happening. This is happening here. And if you're looking at, remember, this is 4 hour. Okay. And also because I think Monday, you know, it was a holiday, so the market closed. And also Tuesday, not much movement. It's only today that we're seeing some really nice movement. Okay. So I said, gonna push towards the upside and then make that drop. Okay. Toward that area. And that is where you're gonna get that bigger push. Okay. All right. Because it's Wednesday, it's midweek in terms of the financial markets, we also have to take a look at the trades or the instrument that we are all been trading. I think one of the biggest trade for me, you know, has been Bitcoin. You know, I think I saw that movement in Bitcoin and I was so happy, you know, because we did analyze it. I think we analyzed it on, yeah, I think this was daily and also similar pattern on weekly. Let me just move all this. Remember, if you are trading the strategy which we're using S&D, basically any strategy that works in terms of trading, it needs to work across all financial instruments. If it does not work, there's a problem in your strategy. Okay, it needs to work across all the financial instruments. Okay, I think we've analyzed this, and I did share it on March. Okay, and it was we mark this area and we mark that area too. Okay, we mark those two areas. But it should react here or that area there at the top. Okay, right now you can see that the market is right in the middle of the movement. Okay, why I'm saying that, if you mark this area and you go towards this low, you can see it's at the 61 levels of the Fibonacci. So this is the 50 and the 61 level that is at right now. So just above it, there's gonna be a base, okay, where it's more likely to reverse and retest the previous resistance and then continue moving towards upside. Mainly because of what is going to happen to, I'm expecting, if there's a cut in the interest rates, I'm expecting Bitcoin to be bullish, dollar to be able, gold to be bullish, and also stocks and indices to be very bullish. So potentially a reaction here, a pullback towards this area before I push towards the upside. Okay, I think another interesting pair that we've been watching has been gold. I think for a couple of months, you know, we've been buying gold, you know, pull back and then buy gold. And even again, gold went as far as 3,500 USD, you know, which was that area there, the top. And if you go and mark the $3,000 mark, which was another high, so we're gonna mark that which is this level here. Okay, I think this is basically the level which is here. Okay, and you can see even just before that big movement, you know, watch the type of candle that was formed, you know, and the market broke above these areas here, these areas, market broke above those area and just went on moving and broke above this area. Okay, now if we mark the Fibonacci, we take it from this low towards that high. Okay, because this is a bullish movement. Okay, and if we mark the 50 and the 60, it's around here. Okay, because what is important now is application of the knowledge. Application of the knowledge. So this is the 50 and the 61 level. Okay, you can see that. So what is expected? Once again, also note, you can see there, this was the first level of support and a second level of support. Okay, so what happens? The market needs to drop below those levels before moving further up. Okay, I'm not sure if it's making sense. So before buying gold, you should expect gold to move below these levels. Okay, so while gold is moving towards the downside, so below this level, one as the support level, and this is another support level. When you see something like this, just know, because some traders have got their stop losses below this level, stop losses below this level. Before the market moves to the upside, it needs to drop below and collect liquidity right about here. Okay, so I expect gold to drop towards these levels before moving further up. Okay, so further up is round about here, round about here. Okay. Okay, let's take some questions and suggestions and also additions. Okay. Colleagues, is there question, addition, you know, maybe there's something that you saw in the market, maybe you want us to take a look at, yeah. Same thing, same thing. So it's gonna move. You can unmute and then just feel free. You're good. Okay. Okay, no question. I think another signal that was sent out, it was Gbpcad. Okay. Gbpcad. Where is Gbpcad? Okay, Gbpcad is here. Okay. It's not as aggressive as one would expect. Okay. It's not as aggressive. Okay. It's not really moving much. Okay. Yeah. It's not as aggressive as one would expect. It's not really moving much. Okay, we'll see. We'll monitor it. I think so far on this signal, we are up about, it was 60 pips and there was this movement. All right. Okay. Okay. I think I'm also watching Eurusd. Eurusd. I think we did share analysis on Eurusd. Euro USD. Okay. Euro USD. Okay. This is Euro USD. Okay, let's first start on H4. So after this bullish movement, okay, so there was this bullish movement, this huge bullish movement on the euro, then suddenly that push to the upside. Okay, so if you mark that area it's gonna give us something like this pattern. Okay, this pattern, and okay, that pattern. Okay, so after this bullish movement, but then there's a zone here that I see. This is the zone, because this is the zone here that I see. Okay, let me see on daily. How does it look like on daily? Oh, this is the zone on daily. Okay, so this is the area flag, very important flag. Okay.
El President, may I just add there?
Yes.
Euro USD on 4 hours, if you can just go back.
Okay.
I usually like those 3 last bullish candles. They usually it likes to turn after those 3 bullish candles, where you see where my cursor is. It usually does not disappoint after dropping those 3 bullish candles.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually forms an M after those, or it forms a W if it was going down.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that, nothing much.
Okay, so all right. Okay. Let me see on weekly.
This is applicable on 4 hours.
Oh,
I usually notice it on 4 hours.
Okay, only applicable on 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I usually notice it on 4 hours.
Okay.
I'm a 4 hour and 15 minutes. 4 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Those are my favorite time frames. Yeah.
Okay. So on the Euro USD, if we, basically, I think this is the area I think is good if you are looking to buy it. This is the area I'm looking at, but you can get a small reaction on this level. Okay, especially after that candle, that 4 hour candle, this candle here. After that candle, chances are there should be a reaction around here because of this previous demand area. Okay, look at this. There could be a reaction here because of that candle and because of previous, because if you look left, there is a demand area here where the market rejected. But I'm looking at the good entry for buy could be here. Okay. Yeah, that's basically the level that I'm looking at. But you can get some pips, in this area. You can get some pips because it's also like a W in this area. So the movement to the upside can get some pips. And also because you can see even that movement here. You can get some pips here if you are entering a buy. You can make some money on it. I think this is the low of Monday, so chances are it go, since it has dropped below that low and from a W, you can get some pips. And let me see from there how many. Yeah, you get, yeah, you can make some 150 pips. It's good trade. Just zoom in, even if it turns here. How many pips is that? in this level, close to 90 pips. Still good. All right. I think for tonight, let's just we can stop here. And then we're gonna have a session tomorrow. Do we have a session tomorrow? Or let's have a session on Saturday. Let's give time for the homework. Let's have a session on Saturday morning, if possible. If not morning, maybe in the afternoon, so we can discuss marking the demand zone and the supply zones. Okay. And then maybe if we're having a session on Friday or Thursday, which is tomorrow, we can simply focus on the homework. Especially, I think I've sent out the assignment 1, which is about understanding technical analysis. So we look at assignment 1 and also the homework on the Fibonacci. I think we can do that tomorrow. And then Saturday, we can just focus on marking the zone because the market won't be moving. So we just do a back testing on a few things instead of marking the zone. Appreciating for coming through tonight. All the best for the rest of the week. And thank you, colleagues. It was a great session. I enjoyed. Are you good? Okay.
Thank you, Baba.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Puri. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Sabonga too. Good night,
Okay.
Puri. Sharp, man.
Cool.